All right, joining us now for more is Louisiana Senator John Kennedy. Senator, great to have you on. It has been a busy 9 days.
Thank you.
I want to start with RFK on the Hill today. Again, Donald Trump building his own team of rivals here like Abraham Lincoln. Kennedy's pro-abortion. He's a radical environmentalist. He's a Kennedy. He's a lifelong Democrat. All of that, but clearly he's Donald Trump's guy for this role, for making America healthy again. How do you square with that?
Well, I watched the hearings this morning, as much of them as I could, and I thought Mr. Kennedy had a very good day. I don't know Mr. Kennedy. I've never met him. I'm a Republican. When the president is a member of my own party, as is the case with President Trump, there's a presumption in favor of the president's nominees. I think the same thing works when the Democrats are in charge. Having said that, for those senators who don't know the nominees, some of the nominees I do know. Russ Vought, for example, I know Russ well.
Right.
So that's an easy decision, but I don't know Mr. Kennedy, and these confirmation hearings matter. If a senator goes into a hearing, Rob, and acts like a or if a nominee goes into a meeting and I don't know, acts like a meathead or is arrogant and acts like he's discovered gravity or refuses to answer your questions, it can impact a nominee's chances.
Yeah.
But I thought Mr. Kennedy had a very good day, and he's got another hearing, I think, next week.
Yeah, we've got Tulsi Gabbard this week, Kash Patel, RFK today. Do you expect Bobby Kennedy to get any Democrat votes like John Fetterman, maybe Bernie Sanders? I mean, this guy is a Kennedy after all. Do you think this final vote will be close?
I don't think any Democrats will vote for him. I mean, I can't predict the future. I have to wait for it like everybody else. But based on the questions that my Democratic colleagues asked today, I'll be very surprised if he gets any Democratic votes.
Senator, just want to ask you a question about your colleague on the left. Senator Bob Menendez was formally sentenced to 11 years behind bars this afternoon. Your reaction to that?
I think justice was done. It breaks my heart. What a waste of talent. But Mr. Menendez was convicted by a jury of his peers. The evidence was overwhelming. Doesn't give me any joy to say that, because when a senator does something that's wrong or illegal, it undermines the confidence of the American people in the Senate as an institution. Having said that, I'm proud of my criminal justice system. I think justice was done.
Okay. Back to Bobby Kennedy. You know, he's got a past. We've all got a past. Pete Hegseth had a past. Kennedy apparently dealt cocaine in college, according to reports. He said in 2007 that Iowa hog farmers were worse than Osama bin Laden. Again, that's back in 2007. He has not been a good husband by his own admission. When his uncle was president, John F. Kennedy, in 1963, that stuff would have ended his political career. Does the moral stuff matter? Does that stuff still matter in today's political environment?
Well, I think it all matters. I think whether you're a moral person matters, whether you're intelligent, whether you have managerial skills, whether you have subject matter expertise. Every saint has a past, Rob, and every sinner has a future. And that's why God made confirmation hearings. Mr. Kennedy is going to go through 2 hearings. He went through one today in finance. He'll go through another one next week, I think, in front of our health committee. And all those questions will be asked. And I listened as much as I could today.
Yeah.
I thought Mr. Kennedy had a very good day.
Okay, I want to ask you about the Laken Riley Act. President Trump signed that into law this afternoon. 12 Democrats voted for this bill, but that means that 35 of your colleagues on the other side of the aisle voted against it. Can you explain that? Do you understand why they would vote against something like this?
No, I can't. It's like trying to explain love or the Holy Spirit. I can't.
Right.
I noticed the same vote that you did. I can't imagine why any fair-minded person who believes in security of our borders would not have voted for this bill. 35 voted against it. In my personal opinion, this is not a personal comment. It's an observation about the vote. I thought it was exquisitely dumb on their part, but it's their right. In America, you know, you're free. If you're a senator, you have the right to vote as you choose.
Yeah, a head scratcher, I think, for a lot of people watching right now. That seems like, again, common sense. Louisiana Senator John Kennedy, great to see you. Thanks so much for being with us tonight. We appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you, Rob. Thanks for having me.